So here's a little bit about Easter Island. Easter Island was a very small island that is located in the Pacific Ocean. It is very small and isolated, actually. Its closest neighbors are about 2,300 kilometers to the east, which is Chile, and 1,300 kilometers to the west, which are the Polynesian Pitcairn Islands. So in the picture in the bottom right, you can kind of see how isolated this island really is. There's nothing located around it. Um, the landmass is also quite interesting. So it has three volcanoes that line the three distinct corners, making it almost like a triangle. And these volcanoes were named Roque, Renuku, and Tarabaca. In the picture in the top right, you can see this arrangement with the tan and brown circles kind of representing where those volcanoes were. And the climate in Easter Island is also not what you would think it would be. So the island is actually located in the southern hemisphere and closest to Chile, like I said. And you would think the climate would be actually very similar to that middle region of Chile because it is across the same hemisphere. But this isn't the case because in Chile you have like very warm, hot and dry summers and temperatures, and in the winter it gets a little cooler, but it's still very dry. And this isn't necessarily the case in Easter Island because Easter Island experiences a much mild climate with very cool temperatures. And this is because they have very strong and harsh wind patterns, which also makes it very dry. And this made agriculture quite difficult for many of the settlers. Before this island was actually really settled, it had a beautiful natural landscape. It was really hilly and had a plentiful supply of palm trees and quite a bit of vegetation. The volcanoes, which are now craters are circular cavities in the ground that were caused by volcanic eruptions thousands of years ago. I think the last volcanic eruption was about 200,000 years ago. So, yeah, but around these craters, there's plentiful supply of stones, and around these stones, there's also lakes of fresh water. So, like I said, this landmass actually did have some resources that many settlers utilized. However, it was very limited in the resources in terms of food and animals.